Hey guys! So I was editing this video that you guys are about to watch about my workout and what I eat in a day, and I realized I didn't really do a proper introduction or a proper outro. It kind of ended abruptly. So here I am. I just wanted to tell you guys what you can expect in this video. I'm going to share with you kind of what I do on the daily as far as my workout at home, and then kind of what a day of my diet looks like. And keep in mind, this is kind of like a weekday diet. My weekend diet looks a lot different. And when I use the word diet, I'm not like using that as like a restrictive like eating plan. That's just, I just use it as like the word, like my diet, like what my diet looks like. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So yeah, so if you guys are curious about what I eat in a day, Monday through Friday, and how I work out at home, and then just keep on watching. Good morning. It's about 6:25 a.m. and I'm just starting my morning with my bulletproof coffee. This is something that I do every single morning. I have a video a little bit more about bulletproof coffee below and how I got started like making it and why I started making it. This was probably 1.5 years or 2 years ago, but I'll leave that down below. So if you want to, and I'll leave the recipe in the description box, but I always start my morning off with this. One, because it's coffee and I need coffee to operate, and two, because I really don't have a lot of time to make a breakfast in the morning because I'm just busy getting kids ready for school, and so I like it because it has the extra fat and calories that I need to kind of hold me over in the morning. So I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about how I make it, and I'll leave the ingredients and the recipe down below. So I am about to get on my Peloton bike. This is something I do every day. I usually hop on after I get my first daughter on the bus in the mornings, and then I've got about 1.5 hours until I have to take my youngest daughter to preschool, so I'll hop on the bike for like 20 minutes pretty much every single day. And then sometimes I'll add in either a boxing class or a run at Town Lake if I have time, but if I don't have time later on in the day, then I feel like a really intense 20-minute workout on this bike is enough. But today I'm gonna hop on my bike, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of exercises with some of the weights that I have here in my bathroom, and I'm gonna show you that so you can kind of get an idea of what you can do at home. I realize not everybody has a Peloton bike, so you could substitute this cardio with anything else. If you have a treadmill or elliptical, or if you don't have any cardio equipment at home and you just want to go for a run in your neighborhood, or you want to do some circuit high intensity training in your home without any equipment, you know, you can certainly do that. But I did want to show you, what I do, and this is what I do. Let me show you kind of the equipment that I have. I mean, aside from the bike, everything else is pretty inexpensive from Amazon. So I'm going to show you what those are. Okay, so I bought this step off Amazon, and to be honest, I really don't use it too much. So I signed up for that Sweat app a couple years ago, and they had some exercises where you step up, where you do a lot of step ups, and I thought that this would be a good option for that, but it's really not that high. So what I end up doing is I just end up using my my fireplace because it's a lot higher. So I'll go out there to do those exercises. Then I got this little dumbbell rack off of Amazon, and I have just a variety of different weights. The highest that I have down there below, the orange ones, are 10 pounds. Then I have 8 pounds on the bottom sides. Then I have 5 pounds. And then I have 3 pounds up there on my windowsill because I grabbed them on my bike. And then I also have some 2-pound weights on the back of my bike. Then I just have this mat that I'll lay out to do certain exercises. And then I have this kettlebell, which I actually do enjoy this a lot. So it's 13 pounds. And I got this off of Amazon. So I got everything except the dumbbells off of Amazon. Well, and that mat. That mat is a Peloton mat, but you can buy that anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna hop on my bike, and then I will show you guys some exercises. So I did do a pretty full in-depth review over my Peloton bike last year, so I'll have that video linked down below if you're curious about this, but I love this bike, you guys. I think it is well worth the investment. I have owned treadmills, ellipticals in the past, and I never use them, and I absolutely love this. I actually look forward to hopping on it. So this is what the screen looks like when you open it, and I always just do on-demand classes because I don't really catch a live class at the time that they're going. But you can see up here that you have 9,000 options of classes. So what I like to do is I just like to filter by how much time I have. So I have 20 minutes. I know that I'm gonna wanna do Robin. She is my favorite instructor. So where is Miss Robin? There she is. I'm gonna click her. And then I'm gonna see all of Robin's 20-minute classes. The Tabata ride is by far the most intense
20 minutes. If you only have 20 minutes and you want a really effective workout, the Tabata ride or the HIIT rides are fantastic. So the ones with check marks you can see that I've done, and then the ones that have these little friends logos, you can follow people within the Peloton app. So people that I follow, it's saying that they've, you know, I've had 4 friends take this class, 2 friends take that class. So I am gonna do, I know I've already done, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something fun. I wanna show you guys a Latin ride. This one is super fun. I think I've taken this like, I don't know, 5 times already. So we are gonna do that, and then you'll hit start, and then, okay, oh, well, before you do that, you can actually see how it's rated. So it's saying that, you know, almost 5,000 people rated this, and they say it's about a level 7 as far as difficulty. It tells you the type of music that you're gonna hear in this. It's a Latin ride, so obviously I'm expecting it to be Latin music, and this kind of breaks down the class plan. Yeah, so we are gonna do this one.
You get to add it back. 45 to 55 resistance. 65K or faster. Find it out.
So that was 20 minutes, and can you see, like, that's kind of gross, but I'm literally dripping sweat. Okay, so this is kind of the workout that I'm gonna do. I'm not quite sure if these are the proper names for these exercises, but you know how I associate them. So I will leave all this in the description box, and I will find out the proper names if I got it wrong. But this is what we're gonna run through real quick. And I'm gonna do this set, I'm gonna do it twice and then kind of see how long that takes. And then depending on time, I'll do a 3rd round if I have time for it. So what I grabbed are a set of 10 pounds, 5 pounds, this 13-pound kettlebell, and 8-pound weights. This is what I'm gonna be working with.
So first I start with just some body weighted squats. This is a good way to just kind of warm up the body and get ready to use some weights. I do 10 of these, 10 to 15 of these, just to kind of get, again, the body warm a little bit. Then I'm gonna grab my 5-pound weight, and I'm gonna do a side lunge, and as you can see, I'm bringing the weight to my foot and then bringing it up with like a shoulder press. This is going to increase the cardio part of the workout and also sneak some upper body in there. As you can see, I want to show you guys, you want to make sure that your knee is in alignment with your ankle. You don't want it to go over towards your toe. That's how you can injure yourself. So pay real attention to your form here, because this is one you can hurt yourself with. Then I'm going to do one-legged lunges, and I'm using a 10-pound dumbbell, and I'm doing a front row with this. I'm going to do 10 on each side. Again, I like to really maximize the time. I only do about 10 or 15 minutes of weighted exercises after my bike, so I want to sneak in upper and lower body if I can. Then I'm going to grab both 10-pound dumbbells, and I'm going to do a bicep and then into a shoulder press. This is going to work your biceps, and it's also going to work your shoulders. You want to make sure that your elbows are really tucked into your body. You don't want your elbows to be you know, far away from your torso. So as you can see, my elbows are right there. They're kissing the sides of my body. Very controlled. I'm not swinging. Really controlled movement. Then I'm going to grab my 13-pound kettlebell, and I just use my bathtub as an anchor, and I'm going to do kettlebell rows. I'm going to do 10 on each side. So I really extend and kind of let that weight pull down, and then I keep my arm really close to my body so it kind of grazes the side of my body as I pull it up. So I'm going to do 10 on each side. Next, I'm going to do a tricep press. I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do this. The first is you can grab a one dumbbell and hold it with both hands. This is a 10-pound. You want to make sure that your elbows are very close to your head. You don't want them to chicken out like that. You don't want to look like a chicken wing. You want to keep them very close to your head, and just lower that dumbbell to the back of your neck and lift up. You can also grab 2 dumbbells, which I'm about to show you. So these are 2 8-pounds, and this is going to be a little bit trickier. It's going to kind of force you to have a little bit more stability. And if you have arms where one is weaker than the other, this is a great exercise to kind of even your strength out. So same thing, just 2 in, you're holding 2, 1 in each hand.
Then next I'm going to be doing shoulder flies, and I have a lightweight for this. I'm going to do 10 of these, so I have 5 pounds, and this is just going to kind of work the backs of your shoulders and really give you just that nice cut arm. I like to use small weights. I really can't do more than 8 pounds on this. Otherwise, I really risk injuring myself. So make sure that you're not going too heavy with your weights. And then last, I'm going to end the little circuit with jump squats, and I'm going to do 10 to 15 of these. This is just going to get my heart rate up again before I allow myself about 30 seconds or 45 seconds to kind of rest and recover. And then I'm going to repeat that process another time or 2 times. Okay, so I am about to have my, I guess you could call it my second meal of the day. It's technically my second, but I kind of consider it my first because my first meal was just bulletproof coffee. But the coffee has enough, calories and fat in it to, constitute a meal. But it is about 9:45, and I just got home from dropping my first daughter off at preschool, and I'm a little hungry. We're gonna have an early lunch today. My oldest daughter is out of school today, so I'm gonna take her and a friend to have a special lunch at this place in the domain called ROTHSCHILD, which is so good and healthy. But I need something to hold me over because even though I'm gonna eat in like 2.5 hours, I'm pretty hungry and I don't want to be starving by that point. So let me show you what I'm making. This is something that I make pretty often. It's super simple, you guys. What you'll find in this video is that everything that I eat is very simple and quick to make, just because that's what I need. But I'm making this Engine 2 Plant Strong oatmeal, and this is plant-based. This is a new line, a new brand. They carry it at Whole Foods. I think the guy that started this is from Austin. I actually watched a documentary about like veganism, and his father, I think, is a cardiologist who's kind of like a pioneer in the vegan whole world. Again, I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I found the documentary very, very fascinating. I will list it down below if you are interested in watching it. It definitely will make you rethink how you fuel your body for sure. But anyway, so this is what I am making. I do a 1/3 cup of that. I do 1/2 cup of water, and then I put this in the microwave for 45 seconds. And then I take it out and I put a little bit of cashew butter and a little bit of this oat milk. And then I put it in for like another 20 seconds, and that just makes it a little creamier. The cashew butter is going to add some fat, so it's going to just really kind of help me feel a little bit more satisfied for a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Real creamy, thick, so good. As far as how much cashew butter I use, since I had that bulletproof coffee not too long ago, I only used almost a tablespoon of cashew butter probably. So a serving size is 2 tablespoons, and I didn't come anywhere near that. I just want a little bit of extra, but I didn't want to put too much in there since, again, I just had that bulletproof coffee. So this will hold me over until we are going to have lunch probably, in about 2 hours. It's 10 o'clock now. By the time we are sitting down and getting our food, it'll be about noon. So this is the perfect kind of little mid-morning snack for me. If you don't do something like bulletproof coffee, this would be a great breakfast to have just with your black coffee or your regular coffee with a little cream if you like it that way. So I already know what I'm going to order from ROTHSCHILD, so you guys will see what I have for lunch. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey! So it's about 3 o'clock. I just walked in the door. After we had lunch, we went to Roly Polies, which is like this little gymnastics place for kids, and I let the kids play for a bit. Then we took my daughter's friend home, picked up Max from the vet, and then we just walked in the door. So I'm having my snack. I ate lunch about 3 hours ago, so it's pretty much the perfect timing for my snack. This is kind of a go-to snack for me. It's really good. This is the kind of the time of the day that I start to crave something a little sweet, and this satisfies that sweet tooth. And it's also pretty satisfying, so it will hold me over until dinner time. So let me show you what it is. It's just a rice cake, peanut butter, and bananas. And I use organic peanut butter. This is one that I buy. I get this at HEB. I know HEB is not available in every single state, but this is what I get. I just get a smooth, organic, creamy peanut butter. And then these are the rice cakes that I get. Usually I get the this is the caramel flavor. Yeah, so I like this brand a lot. What is this brand called? Lundberg. And I get this at Whole Foods. But they sell this at my like major grocery store too, so I don't know that it has to be a specialty food store. But I've gotten the Quaker brand too. You know, they're all pretty much the same. One rice cake has 80 calories, I believe, and I believe that the Quaker ones have 50 calories. So if you're looking at calorie content, then that one actually is less, but I like this brand a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and this, like I said, will hold me over. I do half of a banana, I don't do the full banana, and then I give the other half to my daughter. So this is a kind of an example of my afternoon snack for today. Okay, so I need to pick up this house. I need to vacuum, I need to do dishes, and just kind of get situated. I'm letting the kids watch a show because they are exhausted. They are so tired. Really wore them out at the gymnastics place. But anyway, I will check in with you guys. I'll be eating dinner about 6 o'clock, 6:30, so I will let you guys know. I don't even know what I'm doing for dinner yet, so I need to look in the fridge and see what we have. Oh, I know what I'm gonna have. My husband cooked a bunch of meat yesterday, so I'm gonna have a pretty simple, basic dinner, but I will see you guys then, all right? So yesterday, Paul cooked a bunch of meat. He cooked some flank steak and some chicken breast, so I'm gonna have that as my main part of my dinner tonight. And then I am cutting up some sweet potatoes, and I'm gonna boil them and make mashed sweet potatoes for the week. So I'll show you. I like to cut them up kind of like this size, just so that they cook quicker and they cook evenly. If I just put the whole potato in, it takes a lot longer to cook. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll drain them, and then I'll mash them up and kind of season them with probably a little cinnamon and a little Kerrygold butter. And then I'm gonna make some asparagus too. I'm just gonna put this in the oven at 400 degrees, salt and pepper it, and a little olive oil for like maybe 15 minutes. And this will be good for a couple of days for me to snack on, or not really snack on, but to have it as a side with my protein. So I wanted to show you guys one snack that I always have on hand. I make it every single week, sometimes twice a week. It's just 5 ingredients. It is 1 cup of oatmeal, which I keep here in this canister. So I use 1 cup of oatmeal, Old Fashion Oats, not the instant kind. I do 1/3 cup of ground flaxseed. I do 1/2 cup of unsweetened carob chips. Now the recipe, you can use mini chocolate chips instead. It's gonna taste a little better than the carob. I think the carob tastes fine. It's sweet enough with the honey, and it's not as high calorie or as much sugar as chocolate chips. But so I can't find these in my big grocery store. I have to get these at Whole Foods. So 1/2 cup of that. And then I do 2/3 cups of peanut butter, and then I do 2 tablespoons of honey. So I put it all in a bowl, I mix this up, then I throw this in the refrigerator for like 15 minutes or longer. You don't have to get it out exactly at 15 minutes. You basically just want it to get cold, so that way you can roll it into little balls a little easier. And then I keep these in my fridge for a few days, and I pop 1 or 2 of these in my mouth between meals. So good, and it's like the perfect size to just kind of, like I said, just hold you over for an hour or so. I'll show you what they look like when they're done. This is what it looks like after you've mixed it all together, and then I'm just gonna pop this into the refrigerator and leave it there, like I said, actually it'll probably stay in there a little longer because I'm in the middle of making the kids dinner, so I probably won't ball this up until after we get dinner done. Stick that just right in there. So this is my dinner. It's about 6 p.m. and I'm just having chicken breast that my husband grilled last night, asparagus, olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I boiled the sweet potatoes, and I just added grass-fed butter. I left the skin on. Whenever I boil potatoes, I leave the skin on, and it tastes just fine. So I'm gonna have this, and yeah, it's pretty early. It's 5:30. I mentioned this, I think it was on Instagram stories, but if you didn't know this, asparagus is a natural diuretic. So if you ever feel like a little bloated, or you had a lot of sodium the day before and you just feel like you're carrying some extra water weight, asparagus will help you get rid of that. So, just a little fun fact. So I'm actually gonna be eating this pretty much every day this week because I indulged over the weekend, and we have a pool party on Saturday. So I'm gonna be eating asparagus all week. So yeah, this is what they look like. So tonight, if I get hungry, because I did have an early dinner, if I get hungry tonight, I'll probably have one of these as a snack. So yeah, I just like to have these in the fridge because they're really easy to make, they're quick, I can have them as a snack, I can have them as like a evening treat, and my kids really like them too. Okay, it's about 10 p.m. and I am about to go to bed. This is actually an early night for me. I usually am up much later than this, but I need to catch up on my sleep because I'm kind of running on empty lately. But anyway, I just wanted to update you. The only thing that I ate after I ate dinner was I had one of those peanut butter balls. So the last little snack that I just showed you guys, I had one of those around probably 8 o'clock, and that's it. I have had no desire to snack tonight. I don't feel hungry at all. Yeah, I mean, I think I was thinking about
If I think about what I ate today, I did eat a lot of like healthy fats. Like I had my bulletproof coffee, then I had cashew butter in my oatmeal. Then for lunch, I had that avocado toast. So I think that that really does help me control my cravings at night. But anyway, I'm gonna power down. Good night. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Leave me all your questions down below. And keep in mind, I am all about moderation. So while I eat pretty well throughout the week, kind of like you just saw, on the weekends, you know, I certainly have my queso when I want it, my glass of wine, or 3. I enjoy myself, I enjoy my life. I try not to be too restrictive. I allow myself to have what I want as long as it's within moderation. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.